チキンポリスペイント・イット・レッドをプレイしていきたいと思います。
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong? Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
という感じで始まりました。あ、いろいろ調べられる。
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know. My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
性の警官バッジっていいのかな。鳥の刑事さんがいろいろこう事件を解決していくのかな。めっちゃ喋れる。喋れるもんちょっと見たい。
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. I don't even know what these papers are.
電話がかけられてしまう。
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has. I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
結構暗いな。
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
鍵なくしちゃった。おお、見やすい。
The wild gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the great fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
元相棒のマーティ。あ、でもマーティ、鶏だよね。どっちか。どっちか。辛い思い出。
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter.
じゃあ奥さんは鶏じゃなかった。インコみたいな感じ。良き時代の思い出。
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
あ、ここに写ってる。あ、奥さんも写ってるよね。なんか教えてるのかな。デイビス。
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
Pants. 醜態を晒してます。
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
鶏だから飛べないしね。
Behind that, my bedroom. Sort of.
話しかけますか。こんにちは。あ、見る。
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
質問。ああ、なるほどね。これが選択肢として増えるみたいな感じなのか。
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've gotta have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
おしゃれ。なんか出てる。おお。メモ帳。メモ帳は刑事の最流の友です。ここでは事件、容疑者や被害者、訪問先などの重要な情報を収集することができます。なるほど。デボラ。インパラ、メス。美しく、華奢。他に言えることはない。彼女は自分の雇い主のために使い走りをやっている。学のある女だが、特に裕福な家や権力のある血筋の出身というわけではなさそうだ。うわぁ、細か。世界観。あ、説明してくれる。チキンポリスは名の知れた刑事、岩組である。サンティーノ・サニー、フェザーランドの フェザーランドと、サンティーノ・サニー・フェザーランドとマーティン・マクチキンの2名は、各新聞社が血の大晦日と呼ぶ事件を担当したことで有名声を得た。彼らはその後、10年近く順風満帆な活躍を続けるが、とある乱闘事件がきっかけで、その伝説に終止符が打たれる。なお、彼らに関する小説シリーズが、メレディス・ H ・マーブルによって執筆され、7年間で全10巻が刊行されたが、チキンポリス、本家ら同様、小説シリーズの人気もいつしか薄れていった。小説になるぐらい有名な刑事だった。さっきの写真の人だよね、マーティ。クロービルは900年以上前から独立都市国家として存続してきた。4つの国が同都市の創立に関わっており、クロービル詩章に書かれている4体の動物と4本の手はその名残である。なお、史実では爬虫類部族同盟と大昆虫族も都市の創設に深く関わっていたが、市の紋章にその存在が書かれることはなかった。この事実は種族間における政治的文化的亀裂を生む原因となった。クロービルでは政治的自治、そして捕食者と獲物の両者が平和的に暮らせる自然界で唯一の国家としての夢が今なお維持されており、それゆえに染色の町と呼ばれることもある。なるほど。虫もいるんだね、ちゃんと。じゃあ人間だけがいない町なのかな。三神は自然界の大部分で崇められる神である。その存在は偉大なる野生の神々と呼ばれ、創造、破壊、そして沈黙の聖なる三位一体を構成する。創造の女神、ハリギティ、破壊の神、プタプティ、そして沈黙と虚無を司る無性なる亡霊、ヌクワティティは創造と破壊の争いを繰り返しつつバランスを保っていると言われている。めちゃめちゃ世界観がしっかりしている。作られてるゲームだな。なるほど。あ、お話しするんだった。ごめん、ほったらかしにして。
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please. That's why I'm here.
尋問。お、尋問。質問。焦点は容疑者について知っている情報だ。相手が怪しいかどうか、そこに注目しよう。お、こいつ何か怪しいぞ。ここに注目した方が良さそうだ。怪しい。これ絵が面白いな。なんでお前は怪しいんだ。容疑者から印象を求めよう。印象を得るたびに新たな質問が追加されるぞ。これね。何を選ぼうかな。刑事メーターは尋問がうまくいっているかどうかを教えてくれる心強い味方だ。できるだけプラス側になるように維持しておこう。ペチャクチャペチャクチャ。いいね。100。
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
うん。 君は一体何者なのかな、マダム。
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
確かに帰ってきたらいたもんね、家に。
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
You're right. Sorry.
これ関係ある今。
Did you come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Yeah, well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite unpleasant for me.
気になるね。
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
ナターシャ・キャッツェンコ。多分猫だな、これ。キャッツが。
How so?
あ、やっぱ猫だ。
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
そうだよね。何しに来た？直球で聞こうもん。
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
めっちゃ褒めてくれる。まあ、隠してるから厄介ごとに陥っているのかな。
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
なんてこった。この件は全体的になんだか疑わしいと思わない。
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino. I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
打ち解けてきた。ねえ、デボラ、君のことを信じるべき理由があるかな。
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
知り合いなのかな。
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
いい男だな、3人は。
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
出た。正直に言ってくれ。何をそんなに恐れてるんだ。
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the kingpin.
あれま。
exactly.
ネズミだ。
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
猫とネズミが付き合ってるのか。
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler, this little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
終わった任務。やったー。誠の刑事。重要な手がかり。雇い主のナターシャの情報は、なんと悪名高きギャングのイブン・ウェスラーだ。最終的な考え。伝説のチキンポリスの復活だ。少しくたびれちゃいるが、まだ錆びついちゃいない。さすがだ。ベーター亡命されました。再試行。やらないよ。手がかり。被害者の女は何か奇妙な脅しの標的になっているようだ。いずれも手書きで残されている。不思議な使い、デボラ・イバネズ。彼女の雇い主はナターシャ・キャッツェンゴという女のようだ。全部書いてくれんだね、ここに。優しい。逃げる、増えてる。デボラ。彼女は何かを恐れる秘密主義だ。あるいは秘密主義で演技が上手いだけかもしれない。いずれにしても、彼女の言ったことを全て鵜呑みにできるわけじゃない。それだけはわかる。彼女の雇い主、イブン・ウェスラーの勢力に加担している。と言うべきだろうか。こいつがね、ニャンニャンが。イバネズにまつわる恐怖の空気もこれで合点がいく。彼女がデボラ・イバネズの雇い主だ。深刻な脅迫を受けていると主張している。現在は悪名高いギャング、イブン・ウェスラーの情婦だ。そう考えると、過度な秘密主義を含めていろいろと合点がいく。ナターシャ・キャッツェンコ、猫、メス。驚くほど緑色の瞳をしている。何らかのトラブルに巻き込まれているのは確かだ。それはこっちも同じだが。確かにね。チューチュー。ロバート・イブン・ウェスラー。ネズミ、オス。男前でカリスマ性もあるが、ギャングのクソ野郎でもある。市場が。クロービルでも特に名の知られたギャングの一匹だ。不動産王、銀行当主、美術館のオーナー、酒の醸造屋、密輸業者、そして情報のブローカー。それも俺の耳にしたやつの肩書きの半分に過ぎない。あの男はこの町の暗部のあらゆる部分に手を伸ばしている。やっべえやつだ。マジでやっべえやつ。話を。
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
何?
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
ちょっとすいません。やらしい目で見ちゃいました。
Don't you want to look at it?
Yeah, of course, Deborah.
メッセージね。ごめんなさい。カバンだ。 イベントリー。ここには事件でのすべての必須アイテムが収納されます。さっき手に入れた
I
やつ
haven't
だ。
dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now.
使う気満々。ギャングだからね。これか。
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
N?
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
モリって奥さんだよね、多分。
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
いや、もうやるっきゃないよ、奥さんからの後押し。
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
今、大晦日なのこれ。やだね。
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
Call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
かわいいの今いたな。かわいい。友達かわいい。どれどれ。ナターシャはツァーリークラブにいるはずだ。ナターシャは俺の妻モリーのことを知っているらしい。単に腕のいい情報屋を飼っている可能性もあるが、モリーとのつながりを調べなければ。出て行っちゃったんだよね、娘と。この町で最も有名なナイトクラブの一つ。ふんだんな富と振りかざせる拳を持った連中が常連だ。警官相手には商売しないことで有名だ。バッジが汚れているなら別だが。私は行けます。クラブのオーナーだね。かわいい。ウサギが。ウィスシー・ヘイワース。俺の給油。喋るとどもる癖がある。かわいい。ルイスはかつては栄華を誇っていたホテルアトラスのオーナーであり、俺の旧友でもある。現時点では俺の親でもあり、この驚くほど巨大なホテルの中で、あいつと俺の庭暮らしをしている。ルイスは刑事関係の話に大きな興味を持っており、俺が頼み事をすると喜んで手伝ってくれる。優しい。このホテルのオーナー。ルイスの電話番号は、電話番号まで書いてくれてる。で、ほら、喋る。
Thank you again, Mr. Sonny.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
あ、そうか。電話かけるんだっけ？呼んであげないといけないかな？ 555 の932。あ、出てきたわ。お、回るちゃんと。5、9、3、2。
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
めちゃめちゃいいやつじゃん。
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here, not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it, and now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
寂しいね。
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve.
大晦日なのに悪いな。
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
コンビ再結成。死刑の本部、仏名肉引き機。怪しい連中のための巨大な建物だが、怪しいのは留置所の連中だけじゃない。意味深だな。あ、ここから移動するのかな。おお。シーンの種類。メインシーン。メインシーンはストーリーを進めてくれる。また、どの場所が開放及び閉鎖されるかも左右される。本編をクリアするにはメインシーンをすべて突破しなければならない。限定シーン。限定シーンはメインストーリーの進み具合に応じて一時的に開放される。完全クリアを狙う場合は次のメインシーンを進める前に全てのシーンを訪れておこう。閉鎖シーン。閉鎖シーンは現時点ではたどり着けない場所を指す。ストーリーの進み具合によって状態も変わるが、開放されたままの場合もあれば、一定期間後に閉鎖される場合もある。なるほど。じゃあこっちを先に優先してやった方がいいってことだね。今のところここしかないかな。